Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
What's up guys, it's JTB Gaming here, and today we have the second episode of our Würzburg Road to Glory series. And to start this episode off, we're going to be looking at the Youth Academy, and I have sent our 2 scouts out to Austria to find some defenders and to Germany to find some playmakers. We now host Unterhaching in the league. For this game, we will continue to line up in that 4-2-3-1 as we have not made any changes as this has been working out for us so far. Unterhaching will be lining up in a 4-4-2. In the 3rd minute, Varenzi gets the ball. He plays it to Kaufman. Kaufman is able to run past the defender before he is then slide tackled inside the box, as we will be given a penalty very early on in the game. The player did receive a yellow card, and that was fully deserved as there was no reason to make that challenge. As you can see from that angle, he just did not get the ball at all. Our captain Chopin will now step up to take the penalty. We'll look to put it into the bottom left corner. We send the keeper the wrong way, and Chopin is able to convert as we go up 1-0 in the 4th minute. In the 53rd minute, Unterhaching have the ball out wide. The ball gets crossed into the box. We cannot win the first ball. They then do a quick 1-2 inside the box, and their Unterhaching score to make the game now 1-1. At full time, we would end up drawing 1-1 as that early penalty from Chopin was cancelled out by a goal from Mueller in the 55th minute. We now have another league game as we go to face FSV Zwaku. FSV will be lining up in a 3-5-2. We will continue to be lining up in this 4-2-3-1. In the 88th minute, Frenzy has the ball. He plays it into Sontheimer. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he places it into the bottom right corner, past the keeper, to give us the late winner. That goal by Sontheimer in the 89th minute would end up being the winning goal as we beat FSV Zwaku 1-0. We now have another league game as we go to face 1860 München. 1860 München will be lining up in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. The player we're definitely going to have to watch out for is Lex, their striker. We will be continuing to not make any changes to the starting lineup. In the 8th minute, Krishashvili has the ball out wide. He's then able to dribble past the defender. He shoots, the keeper deflects it, but Kaufman is able to get the rebound and put it into the back of the net as we go up 1-0 in the 9th minute. In the 89th minute, we have the ball again. Frenzy has the ball, he holds it up. He plays it through to Nasi, who is 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he's able to put it past the keeper as we now go up 2-0 in the 90th minute. We would end up winning the game 2-0 thanks to those goals from Kaufman in the 8th minute and Nasi in the 90th minute. We now take a small break from the action as we have sold Salou Sane to Crotone for $480,000. Derek Weidman has torn his MCL, so he will be out for 2 months. He is not a first team player, however he is a solid backup, so he will definitely be missed. Since Weidman is out injured, I've decided to promote Ronald Hintermeyer to the first team. He is a 5'11" center back. He is strong. He is a 60 overall with a potential of 68 to 90. Hintermeyer is not showing any promise. However, that being said, with dynamic potential, we could train him up to be a very good player for us in the future. We now return to action as we host Chemnitzer FC in the league. We have made one change to the starting lineup as Chopin is out suspended. We have put Hintermeyer in his place and moved Hagel to left center back. Schminter will also be lining up in a 4-2-3-1. In the 32nd minute, Sontheimer gets the ball after their corner. He then plays Renzi in behind the defense. He uses his pace and skill to turn around the first defender. He is 1-on-1 with the goalie, but he plays it through to Kaufman, who gets the easy tap in for the first goal of the game as we go up 1-0 in the 33rd minute. In the 67th minute, we try to build up from the back, but we cannot do it properly. Hathorst is pressing to win the ball. He cannot win it. They then get the ball. We are out of position. They're then able to play it through and past Hintermeyer, and their player volleys it into the back of the net in the 69th minute to tie the game up at 1-1. At full time, it would end up being a 1-1 draw, as the goal from Kaufman in the 33rd minute was cancelled out by a goal from Hossener in the 69th minute. We now travel to the Düsseldorf Arena to face KFC Uerdingen. Uerdingen will be lining up in a 4-4-2. We will be lining up in this 4-2-3-1, and we have put Schoppen back into the starting lineup as he is now back from suspension. In the 33rd minute, Nasi commits a silly foul, as he will end up receiving a red card for that foul. In the 39th minute, Uerdingen have the ball. They play it out wide. Hemmerich is not able to get there as he is beaten by the defender. They then play it back. We cannot win. Lubicic cannot win the ball there. This is then played into their striker, who is able to put it into the back of the net as we go down 1-0 in the 41st minute. In the 53rd minute, Hathorst has the ball out wide. He continues to take it himself before he tries to cross the ball in. However, he is slide tackled from the side as we earn a penalty in the 54th minute. Their player did not receive a yellow card for that, which I personally think he should have. As you can see here, he just did not need to do that. However, he did it. But we are not complaining as we have now earned a penalty, as Krishashvili will step up for us. We look to put it into the bottom left corner. We are able to do that as the keeper does not move, as we tie the game up 1-1 in the 54th minute. In the 68th minute, Uerdingen are possessing the ball on the edge of our box. They're able to work it around. We're not applying any pressure. Hemmerich loses the ball. The player then turns their defender and puts it near post, as we are now down at 2-1 in the 70th minute. In the 74th minute, we cross in a corner. However, it does not work. It is then played to Lubicic on the top of the box, and dribbles through the defense, and he puts it into the top of the net as we tie the game up 2-2 in the 75th minute. In the 80th minute, Krishashvili plays the ball out wide to Sontheimer. He plays it then into Hathorst. Hathorst then plays it to Varenzi. Varenzi plays it to Krishashvili, who plays Sontheimer in behind the defense. He curls it around the keeper first time to put us up 3-2, despite being down to 10 men in the 81st minute. At full time, we would end up being KFC Uerdingen 3-2, thanks to goals from Krishashvili, Lubicic, and Sontheimer, despite being down to 10 men for most of the game. We now have some good news, as Dominic Weidman has returned from his injury. We have another player joining us from our youth academy, as we'll have Fabian Schultz joining us. He's a 5'10" playmaking defensive mid. He's a 60 overall with a potential of 72-90. He is in fact showing great potential, so he definitely will be a good player for us in the future. Ike Meyer will also be joining us from our youth academy. He's a 5'7" winger. He is only a 54 overall with a potential of 60-74, so he will just be a backup that we will eventually go on to sell. Raphael Schuster is another player that we are promoting. He is a 6'6" defensive-minded defensive mid. He is a 53 overall with a potential of 69-87, so he could be a good player for us in the future. However, it is likely that he will not be. Jorn Kuhn will also be joining us. He is a 5'7" German playmaking center mid. He is a 60 overall with a potential of 55-65, so we will definitely be looking to sell him for money. Another player we're promoting is Niels Hoffman. He is a 5'9" technically gifted attacking mid. He is a overall of 55 with a potential of 58-80, and we will definitely be selling him at the end of the season or the beginning of next. The final youth player that we'll be promoting at this moment is Max Meyer. He is a 5'9" playmaking left mid with an overall of 53 and a potential of 57-71, as we definitely will be looking to sell him as soon as we promote him to get us some more money. We have some transfer news, as we have sold Kevin Frisorger to UCD AFC for $90,000. We've also sold Dominic Meisel to Bury for $87,000. One player that will be leaving us at the end of the season is Dominic Weidman, as he will be joining Oita Trinta. We have sold Frank Ronstadt to Chivieri for $390,000, as that is enough money to buy us another scout, so this is definitely a good transfer, as he has not been playing much at all this season. We now get back into some games as we go to travel to face Victoria Köln. Victoria Köln will be lining up in a 4-2-3-1. You're going to have to watch out for Bunjaku, as he is a big physical striker. We will be continuing to line up in the 4-2-3-1. The only change that we have made is I have swapped Krishashvili and Varenzi, as I think Krishashvili has the better chance to score more goals. In the 24th minute, Sontheimer has the ball in the box, and he shoots and puts it near post to put us up 1-0 in the 24th minute. In the 65th minute, Hemorrhage would receive a red card for having 2 yellows. In the 88th minute, Kaufman is taken down in the box, as we will earn a penalty very late in the game. If we are able to convert this penalty, this could be the game-winning goal, as their player receives a yellow card for his challenge in the box. As you can see from this angle, it was just a poorly timed slide tackling challenge. To step up for us will be Krishashvili. With Krishashvili, we look to put the ball into the bottom left corner. He steps up, sends the keeper the wrong way, and converts the penalty to put us up 2-0 in the 89th minute. At full time, we would end up to beat. Looking at the league table at the end of the season, we would end up finishing in 8th place with 61 points. That is definitely good, as at the midway through the season, we definitely were not this high, and we went on to win many games towards the end of the season, so we definitely have a good chance of being promoted next season. Some even better news is that Mueller ended up tying for second for clean sheets in the league, as he had 12 in 38 games, proving that our defense is very solid. We now look at the stats from the team from across the season. Mueller, Kaufman, Sontheimer, Hagley, and Varenzi would end up appearing in 42 games. Chopin and Nasi would end up appearing in 41, and Hemorrhage appeared in 39. Krishashvili would end up being our highest goal scorer, as he scored 15 goals in 38 games. Sontheimer scored 9 goals in 42 games, and Kaufman scored 8 goals in 42 games. We now look at our players who had the most assists. Varenzi had 6 assists in 42 games, Nasi had 5 assists in 41 games, and Krishashvili had 4 assists in 38 games. We now look at our players who were able to keep the most clean sheets, and Kaufman and Nasi kept 14. Mueller, Hagel, Chopin, and Sontheimer kept 13, and Havertz and Lubicic kept 12. We look at our players who are currently the highest overall, and Sontheimer is our highest overall player, as he is a 72 overall. Krishashvili, Havertz, and Lubicic are a very close second, as they are all 71 overalls, and Kaufman and Nasi are both 68 overalls. The only player for us that overall would go down was our captain, Sebastian Chopin, as he is getting older, as he is 33. Looking at our players whose overalls went up the most, Mueller and Sontheimer's overalls both went up by 6, Steffens went up by 4, and Ibrahim, David, and Hintermeyer's went up by 3. If we look at our players who currently have the highest value, Sontheimer is in first, as he is currently worth $4.6 million. Krishashvili is in second, as he is worth $3.6 million, and Lubicic is third, being worth $3.4 million. Looking at our overall managerial resume, we have not won any leagues or any titles. Our biggest win was in the preseason, as we won 3-0 against League B. Our biggest defeat within the league, as we lost 6-2 to Bayern Munich 2. Our record transfer fee paid was $2,050,000. We played 42 games. We've won 17. We have drawn 14. We have lost 11. We have scored 61 goals while only allowing 52. Looking at this 2019-2020 season specifically, the club wanted us to finish mid-table, which we did by finishing in 8th. We did not win Manager of the Month or Manager of the Year. The highest transfer fee that we paid was for Krishashvili of $2,050,000. The highest transfer fee that we received was for $950,000. This season we played 42 games. We won 17, we drew 14, we lost 11, we scored 61 goals while only allowing 52. I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode. If you want to check out some of the other videos on my channel, you should do so, as I post a variety of content. And it's JTB Gaming, signing off.